Hi again, everybody. Matt Noyes with 1 Degree Outside Weather Network and 1degreeoutside.com. This is our 1 Degree Outside Insights video. We dive deeper into the meteorology. If you're just looking for the quick overview, give it to me straight. That's 1 Degree Outside today with Noyes Notes. You can find that on our homepage, 1degreeoutside.com. All right, let's dive into the jet stream. A split jet stream coming in across the nation's midsection, but that's interesting. It allows for what we call diffluent flow. When you get the air kind of flowing away from itself in upper levels of the atmosphere, that creates a bit of a vacuum up high in the sky. If you think about that for a second, the air flows away, so something has to happen to fill that void. The air is sucked up from underneath. So this basically means that your greatest area of precipitation and thunderstorm development today and tomorrow, for that matter, is going to be found in that diffluent zone where the air kind of diverges, and that would be in the nation's midsection. What do we have? A building ridge, high pressure building in. This is bringing with it milder air, and that's why we're going to turn to a summer preview for a lot of this week. All right, here's what's going on in terms of the surface analysis. Again, storminess found underneath where that jet stream begins to diverge a bit. Here at home, we've actually had some areas of fog in the early going, visibility plot showing that fog sitting around the coastline and just offshore. I'd get used to that, not only at our coastlines, but throughout southern New England. There'll be some patchy fog each night into the morning over the next few days. And that's simply because we're adding more in the way of warmth and moisture to the atmosphere. In terms of moisture that's producing rain, most of that is out in our nation's midsection, not here at home today. Mentioned in the 1 Degree Outside Today video that there could be an evening shower in western Vermont or an evening storm in western New York State, and that would be about it. Here's the map as we get into the day tomorrow. This is really where the warmth starts to come on for us. The southwest wind starts to take hold. Now, there is the chance on your Tuesday afternoon or evening, really early evening, for an isolated thunderstorm to develop across the north country of New England or in a northern New York State for that matter. Most of us will not find any rainfall on Tuesday. There will be a big severe weather outbreak out in the Midwestern United States, and you can see there is that chance of a thunderstorm developing later in the day, indicated across the north country of Vermont for that matter, and farther northern New Hampshire, central and northern Maine. That's a possibility. Highs on Tuesday, take a look. Into the 80s we go, even in Boston. All right, so this is going to be something where the warmth makes it for many of us. Now, with a southerly and southwesterly flow, you can imagine the South Coast, the Cape, we are going to be cooler, right? The south-facing coast of Maine, certainly into that as well. But that's just the influence of the ocean. We expect it this early in the season. We get to the midweek on Wednesday. The heat continues to build. Thunderstorms in the afternoon to early evening across much of northern New England, even settling down through the Maine mid-coast for that matter by the time we get to the end of the day in early evening hours, but not into southern New England. Likely to be storm-free again on Wednesday for southern New England. And this is where the heat comes on. Temperatures near 90. What about the feels-like forecast, right? There's going to be enough moisture. Dew point temperatures lower to mid-60s. So it is going to likely feel like it's over 90 degrees on Wednesday. One of the things I think about with this is any early season warmth like this, when it's this hot, it's exceptional for this time of the year. That starts to make you think about the kids at school, making sure that they're going to have enough water. So just keeping them rested. So just treat the body well over the first part of this week, because there is going to be a bit of a strain on it as we get to the midweek. Certainly nothing we can't handle, but nonetheless, it's going to be a little bit surprising to the body. We get along about Thursday, widespread thunder expected in the afternoon to early evening hours, coming in from northwest to southeast. This is a cold front. It will likely drive severe weather across the area with damaging thunderstorms. The best chance of that going to be essentially from the Mass Pike northward or in western Massachusetts. That's where we think you don't really have that mitigating ocean flow. Remember, anytime you get a southwest flow, it does cool the air near the coastline, but it also can carry air that's less favorable for strong thunderstorm development in parts of eastern Mass, particularly from Boston through southeastern Mass. So we'll see how strong those storms end up being Thursday for you, but there's a chance anyway of strong storms across New England is the bottom line. Notice your temperatures still into the 80s, beginning to cool the farther north you go toward Montreal and Quebec and northern Maine, because remember, it's a cold front. So by the time we get to Friday, there could be a leftover shower that pops up here and there in southern New England. Mostly, though, you've just changed the air. Boston still may squeeze above 80 on Friday with leftover kind of lingering warmth, and that's why I say there could be a pop-up shower or storm in the afternoon Friday in southern New England, but mostly you've started to change the air to the tune of 60s when you come across northern New England, and that's the air that builds in as we get into next weekend, which, by the way, we'll cover not just next weekend, but pattern predictions on a Monday. I always give that to you. That's going to be the 14-day outlook and the way we see it. But don't forget, you can get your own 14-day forecast for your location. Just search 1 Degree Outside Weather. If you put in Noyes, it'll also pop up on the App Store, Google Play. If for any reason you can't find it, Google Play search has been a little tough, you just come right to our homepage, 1degreeoutside.com, and see in the banner at the top. Have a great day.